JetBlue 393 to approach, runway 35 right, 35 right ILS.
Alright, 35 right, JetBlue 393.
Pound 7,500, reduce speed to 170 or less.
Send 8,000, Fred 2443.
Doing extra thanks. Additional traffic, 1 o'clock, 4 miles southwestbound, 9,000. And they may be slowly descending. It's now showing 8,800.
615.
Extra thanks, going to maintain 7,000. Traffic alert, number Zulu X-ray now 12 o'clock, 2 miles southwestbound, 8,600. Altitude unknown, I think it's a false chart that keeps disappearing.
Okay, we don't have anything on TCAS. We'll look. Appreciate the port, Del 1369. 67.
United 1767 to approach, good morning, runway 34 right, plan and ILS press.
67.
Denver South 993 is at 27.5, descending via logger Alpha.
I had a few there at once, Southwest 993, can you give it a shot again?
Yes, sir. 993, you're at a 27, descending via logger Alpha.
Southwest 993, runway 35 right, expect the ILS approach.
Then ILS 35 right, 93.
And who else was it, 2476?
91 out of 25.8.
Frontier 991, that was my next one. Expect runway 34 right, ILS approach.
34 right, okay.
United 2293 heavy, contact approach 120.8. Have a good day.
Good day, United 2293 heavy.
United 1826 is 26-4, descending via the ski 3.
United 1826, Denver approach runway 34 right, reduce speed now to 250.
34 right, going out to 250 knots, United 1826. 2476, 256, descending via the T-bar 3 with Alpha.
United 2476, Denver approach runway 34 right, ILS. You can plan vectors to the final approach course, and I'll have those for you here in just a minute.
Thank you.
Contact tower 124.3.
24-3, French 443.
United 2293 heavy, sliding 300, descend and maintain 10,000.
Heading 300 and down to 10,000, United 2293 heavy.
Denver, good morning, United 2285, 228, descending via the ski, landing north, and we got Alpha.
2285, thank you, stand by.
Expect runway 33, Delta's current. Frontier 490, contact Denver Center 125.9er, good day.
Denver 615, descend and maintain 12,000, 12,000.
12,000 object, 615.
00, maintain 7,000 until established on localizer, cleared ILS, runway 33 approach. United 2285, expect ILS, runway 34 right approach.
ILS 34 right, United 2285.
Check our 615, reduce speed to 250.
Order 250 knots, check hard 615. 6. Hello, approach United 286 out of 15.5, descending to 11,000 on the logger.
United 286, Denver approach, good morning, runway 35 right.
Roger.
Clear to contact, line maintain level 230.
Contact tower 124.3.
180 or greater to France, and we'll switch to tower 24-3, United 2388, so long.
And United 2388 is 170 knots or greater to France.
Whoops, 170 or greater, thanks.
United 2293 heavy, turn right heading 325, intercept the localizer, runway 35 right.
Right, 325, intercept 35 right, United 2293 heavy.
180 knots, 2476.
Skies, Christian Southwest, Southwest 2274, contact approach 120.8, good day.
20.8, Southwest 2274, good day.
3210.
9,000, 210 on speed, Jacquard 615. Denver, good morning, Southwest 2274, 14.5, descending via the Clash, landing north.
Southwest 2274, Denver approach runway 35 right, turn 10 degrees right, vector to final, descend and maintain 13,000.
10 degrees right, 13,000 for 35 right, Southwest 2274.
United 2293 heavy, traffic 1 o'clock, 6 miles, southeastbound, type and altitude unknown.
Looking, United 2293 heavy.
Good.
3 heavy, descend and maintain 8,000.
Descend and maintain 8,000, United 2293 heavy.
Rider, proceed right to Gill and maintain 9,000.
Jacquard 615, flight in 020, intercept the localizer.
020, intercept the localizer, Jacquard 615.
And Jacquard 615, descend and maintain 8,000. Let me know when you do see the field, 11 o'clock and 15 miles.
8,000, Jacquard 615.
You said, I'm sorry, what was that?
Descending 8,000, Jacquard 615. We'll let you know when we have it in sight.
Jacquard 615, roger. I will slow you up shortly. We need to stay in front of a 777 there off your right.
Expect the ILS to runway 35 right, 35 right, and I'll have heading for you to the downwind here in just a minute.
I am ready for preliminary cockpit preparation procedure.
Approach below, expect the ILS to runway 35 right approach.
Well, expect that, Southwest 4.
Connected to pilot X.
United 286, descend and maintain 8,000.
Descend and maintain 8,000, United 286.
United 2293 heavy, traffic ahead and off your left is for the parallel runway. Maintain 170 knots or greater to Franz.
All right, 170 or greater to Franz, and looking for the traffic, United 2293 heavy.
Southwest 2274, descend and maintain 10,000.
10,000, Southwest 2274.
4 o'clock, there is a 777. They're going to line up for 35 right.
I can't do that. You can't join there at the final approach fix. What about IMAMI?
Senator, Southwest 1010 out of 23.9 for 11,000, descending via ski tree.
So those 1010, Denver approach, expect vectors ILS to runway 34 right approach.
Vectors ILS 34 right approach, Southwest 1010. 313, United 1767.
JetBlue 393, contact approach 120.8.
20.8, JetBlue 393.
Southwest 993, reduce speed to 210.
So 210 now, so 993.
I'm sorry, 34 right, United 3.
Southwest 1010, reduce speed to 250, then descend and maintain 14,000.
Reduce to 251st, then down to 14,000, Southwest 1010.
Yeah, 2476, turn right, heading to 070. When you get to 13, reduce speed to 210.
070 and 210 at 13, United 2476.
Denver, United 2408205, descending via the T-bar 3 Alpha.
2408, Denver approach, expect the ILS, runway 34 right approach.
34 right, United 2408.
United 2476, contact approach 123.85, good day.
385, see you. 14,000 descending 13, slotted 210.
92476, you can maintain your speed, whatever that is. Is that 250?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. Maintain that and maintain 13,000.
250 speed, 13,000, 2476.
Frontier 991, just going to maintain 12,000, 12,000.
12,000, Frontier 991. 1826, 14.6, descending 11,000.
Yeah, 1826, turn 10 degrees to the left, and that's back to the final. Just going to maintain 13,000, 13,000.
10 left, we'll make it 13,000 at 1826.
United 361, contact Denver Center 125.9er, good day.
All right, all right, all right, all right. So, I guess we'll start the preliminary cockpit setup here. So, welcome to the freshly updated Toliss A321 with the JAR Design AI Copilot as well as the BSS sound set. Which is on and people 100, so good to go there. So this is Linda. Can't remember if I have a button switched for that, but we're going to do, let me see, preliminary cockpit preparation.
Preliminary cockpit preparation procedure.
Get this party started. Now, she's just going to be checking everything. She's not going to announce every little single thing. You can make it to where they'll announce every little single thing, but
we are waiting self-test.
Only SOPs is what she's going to actually say out loud. Now, you can fix it to where it does all of it, but it's all good. So normally what I do is I'll start the sim and I'll start the preliminary cockpit preparation, and while she is actually getting the plane set up, that's when I would go to sim brief and start getting my fuel and so on and so forth calculated. But for this video I figured I'd show exactly what she does because it's kind of cool. She handles everything for you. Turns on the displays.
APU fire test.
She just turned on them.
We are waiting for the APU start. Oxygen pressure check. Hydraulic quantity checked. Engine oil quantity checked. Acupress indicator checked. Emergency equipment and circuit breakers check. Preliminary cockpit preparation completed. Cockpit preparation procedure.
She's checking the battery. Make sure it charges when she turns it back on.
Battery charge checked. Engine 1 fire test. Engine 2 fire test. Cockpit preparation completed. Please prepare FMGS.
All right. So let's come over here and file the flight plan. Flying on Pilot Edge, and we're going to fly United Virtual for this. So we're going to file the Lava 6 Yakima transition to join the Zoomer 1 from Moses Lake VOR. And take 201 passengers, 1.8 kilograms of freight. Flight level 270, United 329, A321, blah, 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 blah. All right. So Seattle's our alternate, so that should give us plenty of reserve fuel. All right.
MO22 request frequency change to Seattle Center.
Average cruise wind 345 at 38.
MO22, you're in Spokane, approaches airspace.
345, 38. Make sure of that. So 70, 62 is our fuel. Zero fuel at 69.7. Fuel 7.1. Tropa TRP. Top of it's about 348. We'll just use that one. And cruise is minus 45, 46 neighborhood.
You guys are supposed to have your IPs available when flying in Seattle airspace.
And Pilot Edge 3004. Taking off on the 28, so we'll plan 28 right out of here.
I will let them know.
Information Sierra is current. Runway 321 closed. Spokane is arriving on 21 and 26, so we'll plan an RNAV for 21. So this airport is CPD LC capable, as you can see somewhere. CPD LC capable, so we'll go ahead and file a text clearance here. So CPD LC. IFR United 329, 321 Salant Lima, flight level 270, Portland, Spokane, Seattle's our alternate, level 6, Zoomer 1. So we'll see if we get this, but that's what we're going to file. And file. Booyah, flight plan filed successfully. So we are here at Echo 3 gate. So we'll plan on a taxi down here to 28 right. So usually what I do on my laptop, I'll put just 28 right on my laptop so I can get the frequencies. So we know 18.7 is going to be our tower and ground is 0.9er, because 18.7 is for 28 right, whereas 28 left would be 123.775. So it's easy to look this up in bold print like that. Otherwise, it's kind of all jarbled up, a little harder to read, I think, in this format. So I like this format. And then we're going to do the Lava 6 out of here. So 28 right, climb heading 283, intercept course 268 to Pegty, then on route to Lava. So basically 283, intercept 268 course. So the FMS will do that for us. Pegty, we got to stay below 250 knots until after erupt rather. And then on the Lava, and then on to our transition, which is Yakima VOR. Always read the notes. Always read the notes. Then we're going to join the Zoomer 1 starting at Moses Lake here. And then at Zoomer is I'm going to request this approach because the initial approach fix is Zoomer. So it'd be a full approach, no vectoring, nothing like that. So we'll just come down to Zoomer to Wegny, make this arc. And what does this require? RMP 0.11, so we'll put that in the program if I remember. That will give us 300 radar altitude for precision approach. Should be a plus RA, RMP Zulu plus RA approach on that. We'll see if that works. First time I've actually will try it will be today. Minimum's 300, like I said, so 2596 is what we'll use for our MDA on that. If we need an ILS, we have ILS Cat 2 and 3 auto land capable runway 21, which we would just take from the Spokane VOR. So we would come over the Spokane above 6,000, and then we would enter a procedure turn inbound if we did that approach. But we might have to. Looks like it's pretty socked in there. It's broken at 800, but that RMP allows us to get to 300 radar, so this is 800 AGL. So we'll see, we'll double check this when we get closer, but for now we'll plan the RMP approach. And it's going to be pretty cloudy the entire way, lots of clouds. Tops are about, we should be able to climb above the clouds though. And we do have to look out for some icing along the way. Again, we're doing United virtual, so first thing you always do is check scheduled flights, which I don't believe there are any scheduled flights for this. So we got
unfortunately ask you to disconnect from the network. We've exceeded
Portland
to advance, and I must return there. Disconnect and return to advance. Continue your flight offline. Your choice.
MO22 sounds good. I will discontinue offline. Thanks for the help.
Copy. I'll disconnect you.
all right. No. So we have to do a charter flight. And our departure time is, say, 19:15. Great charter, A321, so all good there. Planning 28 right, so we're gonna have a left crosswind on departure. And that should do it. So now we'll hop back in the aircraft. Okay. Elevation 22, airport, gates, and coordinates is what we need. And we are at Echo 3. So we'll verify this GPS coordinate when we get things aligning here. And the ground controls 0.9er, towers 18.7, so we'll just get tower ready on 18.7. Brighten up our FMS there. Our ATIS is 128.35.
Broken. Temperature 8. Dew point 5. Altimeter 3004. Arriving and departing runways 28 left, 28 right. ILS runway 28 left and runway 28 right approach in use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Notice to airmen runway 321 close. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Sierra.
Alright, we're still with Sierra, so nothing's changed. That means the runways are still the same, so I need to pull up our CBDLC clearance. Once I get this window up, I'll be able to show you the clearance. Let me see here. There we go. I'll do login. United 1399. Login. Now this will take about 30 seconds and we'll hear a tone and an ATC message will pop up on the bottom right there. Because you don't want to enter in a flight plan until you get your clearance first, because you might not always get as you file. Matter of fact, you don't ever want to say when you do request via voice, request IFR to Spokane as filed. You don't want to say that because it's not proper phraseology, because you're almost like you're demanding ATC to give you what you filed, and you can't demand ATC to give you what you filed. So it's more of a negotiation. So you just say request IFR to Spokane. That's it. Never say as filed at the end. Alright, so we got our ATC message, so we're going to click on that, we're going to go next, and then we're going to click standby. You have to hit standby, otherwise this will go away after a minute and a half. If you hit standby, it will stay there as long as you need. Cleared to Spokane via Lava 6 Yakima as filed, maintains 7,000. That's our initial altitude. Expect flight level 270 in 5 minutes, departure 124.35. And squawk 2023. So we can do that. We're going to accept it. That will close out the CBDLC pre-departure clearance. 2023. Let me just fact check this stuff. Lava 6 Yakima 7,000. The reason I double check is because I have to close out this window because it doesn't work with my weather injector. It's either one or the other. So I closed out my weather injector while I'm using this, and then I'll close this out and I can reload my weather injector and all will be good as well. 24, 35, 20, 23. All right, I got all that wrote down correctly. So we'll close that window out, and I'll reload my weather into the sim. And then once that's done, we'll come down here and we'll start pulling in some flight data. So this airplane is cool that it allows you to link your SimBrief account. So it's going to set my payload and my fuel per the SimBrief right on the money. We'll double check it obviously, but it's a pretty cool feature. It makes things a lot faster, puts in everything. The only thing we have to worry about once we put it in is to make sure that this gate number is relatively close. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be close. And we'll come over here and we'll double check our data just to see what our GPS is showing. So it's 43, or 45, 35, 45, 35, 4, 122, 35, 5. All right, so we're right on the money. Perfect. So that's how you check it. That's how you check it. So now I'm going to use WebFMC on my iPad, and I'll be able to control the FMC on my iPad once it finishes loads here, and you can follow along. Alright, so it's really simple to load, and you'll see, like right now we have 6,900 fuel, and it's going to be over 7,000 when we load this in fuel, and our weight and balance right now is showing a zero fuel weight of 69.0, and when we're done loading it will be 69.7. But for now I need that coordinate. So the Eric is up to date, 2213 is current, so we're going to do init. And then all you got to do is click init request, and then that will pull everything in from SimBrief. Flight plan data link in progress. Perf data uplink in progress. See, now we got 7,000. And our zero fuel weight according to SimBrief is 69.7. Doesn't update there, interestingly. I guess that's if you wanted to do it manually. I mean, I know it did, because you can go here and it shows 69.7, 28.7. So I get, you know, it would be nice if it would load here as well. Maybe I'll make a note of that next time I post something in the forums, but it's alright. No problemo. So we need to make sure that this is right. So 45, 35, 4. So we need to make that a 4. 45, 35, 4. 45, 35, 4. The other one's 122, 35, 5. 122, 35, 5. Wrong way. 122, 35, 5, 122, 35, 5. So you have the up and down arrows. You can use the up and down arrows to adjust that. Then you click Align IRS, and all.
Message GPS primary clear.
Okay, so that's good. So that means we are aligned, and happy days are ahead. Happy days. So now we'll finish our flight planning since we got our clearance. So we're planning 28 rights. We're going to do flight plan, Portland departure, 28 right for the Lava 6 Yakima transition, insert, and we want the RMP 21, so Spokane arrival, RNAV 21 Zulu, Zoomer 1, and we want the approach starting at Zoomer, and we want Moses Lake. So we're doing the Zoomer 1 star from Moses Lake, and then the RNAV 21 Zulu starting at the initial approach fix of Zoomer. So we'll insert that, make sure there's no discos, which there aren't. So now we go to init our winds, and we're going to pull in our winds. That's good. Init page 2, 0 fuel weight 69.7. 28.7, so all that is correct. So perf, looking at 550. That's 500 AGL. Do 200 initial for the speed. And our MDA for this approach is 2596. That's our approach there, and we are at Portland, 28 right departure. So now we need our takeoff data. So what is this using for takeoff? Takeoff weight 76.7. Okay. So it's using the right one here, which is what's most important for your performance numbers. I was afraid it would be using this one, but it's not. It's using the correct one. And 28 right, the weather should be, it's actually 210. It's currently 210.9 on my weather injector, so we'll do that. 210.9. Temperature is actually 8. Gotta go off what your weather injector shows. Probably updated after I loaded the plane. All this is fine. Config will leave auto. It will tell us what we need that way. So we do a 1+F takeoff config, flex 58. Our V1 will be somewhere in this neighborhood. VR is 150, or 149 rather. 151 to V2. And we're going to trim down 0.1 and green dot 227. And plenty of runway to do this. So now we come over to our perf data here, and we're going to do an uplink takeoff data request, and then we'll punch in the winds again, make sure everything is still good, and it should be able to pop it in there. So the wind 210 at 9 knots, temperature 8, 30. I'll just leave that 9 there, and that's fine. Want to Coast Pilot? Hey, buddy. How you doing? Let me do your subscriber. Nice to see you, my friend. All right, so that looks fine. Looks like a 149 for V1, 149, 151, and that shows a flex of 58. So then we'll insert the uplink to our
I'm
perf.
ready for cockpit preparation checklist.
And Copilot knows that we are ready to move on, but we're not quite there yet. So I'm going to go second flight plan, init, and PDX, insert, second, arrival, ILS 28 right, we'll insert that. And we're gonna do second perf, and the weather again here is 180. Our QNH is 3004. There we go. Temp 9. 180 at 9. And it's 200 for decision height, so we'll leave it there for now. And have I been missing alerts, or is this your first stream of the new year? You know, this is probably my first stream of the new year. I have I'm only going to be streaming when I have new stuff to show, or if I am just really that much in the mood to stream. So this time, the reason I'm streaming today is because I updated this plane, which has all the new bells and whistles. I paid the upgrade fee, so it's capable for X-Plane 12 as well as 11. I'm using it at 11 because X-Plane 12 is not quite there yet for me. But this is the latest and greatest for this A321 by Toliss. It has all the cool features here. It also has ACARS, and Copilot has a whole new procedure list. So yeah, so you know, when I have something to actually show, I'll go ahead and stream. But don't worry about subscribing again in the future. I would rather you use your monthly Prime subscription on a streamer that might stream more. But by all means, you know, stop by and say hello when you do see me do these streams. I'm just not streaming as much because I just don't, you know, I don't feel like I have the time, and I've been having more enjoyable moments using the software to record my flights, and then I upload the recorded, edited flight to my YouTube channel. That way, when I'm at cruise and, you know, there's no one, say there's only like one person in the stream watching, you know, if I'm streaming, I feel obligated to talk the entire time. But if I'm recording, I can just pause the recording and I don't have to talk, and then I just tell, you know, my YouTube viewers that, hey, once I get to my top of descent, I'll start the recording. We'll do some more checks. I'll pause the recording. I'll start it again at the approach. So I'm consolidating my flights into the more interesting parts of it. Because I would rather look at my YouTube channel, look at a video and see that I get, you know, 30, 40, 50 views it makes me feel better about the work that I put into doing the video compared to doing a stream where I get maybe 1 or 2 people that show up. And if I'm lucky, I only get 1 or 2 people that will even bother to post. Like half the streams I've been doing lately, you know, if you're not around or if Das is not around, like I might get 1 or 2 people pop in to watch, but then they disappear, they don't talk. And it's just gotten quite boring, to be honest. Like I'm just not a very I'm not a very good streamer when it comes to entertaining others. So I'm just going to stream when I have new cool stuff. Like I downloaded the MD-11. I'm learning that currently. So once I feel comfortable with the MD-11, I'll do a stream on that. And you know, if I have something I need to say, like I also have something I'm going to discuss during cruise today. We'll wait on that topic till we get to cruise, but yeah, I'm just not going to stream as much anymore. It's gotten to be kind of a drag. It's just, you know, that's why I just don't want you to do the subscription anymore. You know, use it for someone else that you also like to watch, but by all means, drop by when I do stream. Sounds like a plan, being a flight sim streamer versus a broadcaster. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's hard. Especially, you know, I get winded. I have bad lungs. So talking for 2 hours straight, like it wears me out. And it's just like, you know, the reward is not there as much just because, you know, you look at other streamers and it's like they have 200 people watching them. Now I wouldn't want that many. Trust me, I don't want that many. I'd be happy if I had 20, 30 viewers. But like I said, I get 2 or 3 viewers and that's it. So it's just turned out to be not worth it to me anymore. So, but I mean, don't count me out fully. I will do these streams, and I will do the group flights that we do, like the San Juan Adventures and stuff like that. So I'm not giving it up fully. It's just now when you see me stream, it's going to be, you know, fun stuff, not just the same old stuff. All right, flight plan is loaded, so we are good there. Engine out SID is good. Let's see here. Fuel pumps are on autopilot. Our initial altitude today was 7,000. Now we do need to start our ACARS. So get that started and I'll show you that window. I booked the chartered flight at the beginning of the stream, so you can rewind that at a later time and you can see how I booked this charter. Now I need to find the ACARS. Alright, there's ACARS. So now we'll go to flights, Portland to Spokane, fly, Pilot Edge, and 180 is fine. I don't care about that. So we're gonna do 27. That's important because ACARS needs to know when you're at your cruise, so it will do the cruise background noises or whatever. So we do have to put in the route. So I saved the route long enough to do that. So now when I hit start, you'll hear the airline voices, which is kind of cool.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard. Please ensure that you fasten your seatbelt.
So now we'll get credit for it. I just joined this United Virtual VA. I really like it. They've only been around for 2 years, and I researched 4 different United VAs, and I chose this one, and I'm really happy with it. Very professionally done. Their emails, everything looks like you work for United. Like it's so really well done. I used to belong to a United Virtual, and I got turned off. I quit them because they were a bunch of a-holes, and they I had invited. They had a TeamSpeak account, and I was an admin at the time. I was actually in charge of one of the hubs. I can't remember which hub it was now. It's been so long ago. But I brought in some friends that were not part of the VA into TeamSpeak, and we were using their TeamSpeak to fly a DCS mission, I think it was. And they kicked them out of the TeamSpeak, and then they threatened me saying that I was a security risk. I'm like, what? So I was just like, I did all this extra work for that VA, and they treated me like garbage, and they kicked my friends out, and they accused me of all this wrongdoing, and I was just like, I was playing a game. Like, I contributed more to that VA than 90% of the people in the VA did, because I was an admin. I was a HUD assistant manager for a hub. So I just got turned off of United VAs for so long. So I finally found this one here. I'll show you the website again. Let me see. I'll pull it up because I do like these guys. Let's see if I can get it here. Yeah, these guys are really, they got their shit together. Whoops. Hang on. Let me find it. Copy. Paste. Come over here. So, like their website is just really, really nice. It's all modern, you know. It's just, they've got it going on. And then they have the crew website, which is a separate website, and this is your dashboard. And then you'll see I already started my ACARS, so I'm showing up on here as a charter flight right here. So I mean, everything is super nice the way they do it. You go your scheduled flights. You can fly multiple airlines, so you can do whatever you want here. But yeah, I'm very happy with these guys. They're very nice people too. Like, just a welcome email was very, very nice. All right, pushing ahead here. We got ACARS started, so let's tell our ground guys to drive away. Weights are good.
Shell departure Cherokee 742 at Romeo at a 3000 climbing 4000.
Let me check ATIS, make sure it's still 28 before I set this up. Of course, they changed to 10, so we're gonna have to change our SID, which is fine.
Position checks 29 and 9 are 8, and 28 Romeo would like, we would like the ILS-17 with
ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready. Ground to cockpit, toes driving up.
Alright, so we need to reset our perf, our runway, all sorts of stuff because they changed the flows. Pull up my web FMS, FMC, whatever you call it. Alright, so we're gonna go, let me see, flight plan, Portland, departure, 10 left, Lava, Yakima, insert. And let me make sure there's no disco in there. So it should be river. Yeah, that's right, COSAC. Yakima, so now our perf is going to be screwed up. So we need to come over here And we'll reset our perf to
Okay. All doors, hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
10 left, and our weather is finally updated to 180. And that updated to 9, so it hasn't changed. Temperature is now 9. 1017 is still the same. All that's the same. So 149 and 51. So we're gonna go
Romeo, depart Caro, heading 150.
request
So
data.
connected, bypass pin inserted. Release the parking brake.
Okay, depart Caro on heading 150, vector 3 ILS 172 at Romeo.
Takes like 20 seconds or so. So the wind is 180 at 9. So we're gonna flex. So that would be, I'm showing 149, 149. Could be anywhere between 110 to 149. If it was wet, it would be at the lower side of that, but it's dry. 149, 151, flex 58, so flex 58, all that matches. We're going to insert the uplink. Oh. Why is it? That might be a bug. Should be 10 left. Let me try it again. If it doesn't work, this might be a bug. See if I can change it. Yeah, it's still stuck with 28 right. So I don't think it's gonna let me do it that way. That's fine, we'll just do it manually. So it was 140, 149, 149, and 151, and flex 58. And 1 down 0.1. So next phase is all good. All right, now we're squared away. Leave that on fuel prediction page. Let's get our ATIS.
Arriving and departing runways 10 left, 10 right. ILS runway 10 left and runway 10 right approach in use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR. Contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Notice to airmen runway 321 closed. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Tango. Portland.
Alright, we're current with Tango, but we're going to have to push on to a active. We have to push on the kilos, so we have to get permission to push.
Cherokee 7428 Romeo, 12 miles from Opoyu. set to maintain 3,000 until established on the...
Oh, there's actually a check thing though before I do that, so let's do...
Maintain 3,000, maintain 3,000 until established localizer cleared ILS 17 approach, turn Romeo.
I think there's a checklist. Is it before pushback and start? Engine start procedure. So let's do before pushback and start, and then we'll cockpit preparation, before start checklist, after start. So we'll do before pushback and start.
Before pushback or start procedure.
All right, Linda.
External power disconnected.
I know that. Thanks for stating the obvious.
Sir, the doors are not closed.
Oh. Oh. Good catch.
Before pushback or start procedure completed.
Good catch.
Ready for before start checklist. Before start checklist. Parking brake. Takeoff speeds and thrust. V1 149. V rotate 149. V2 151. Flex temperature 58. Windows closed. Beacon. I just set on. Before start checklist completed.
Alright, so let's come over here and we'll get our transponder 2023. And I don't remember if this... I don't remember if it's on or not, so we're just going to turn it on. Alright, I think I am ready for the start procedure. Engine start procedure. Okay, so let me double check D8 real quick, make sure it hasn't changed. Nope, still with Tango. And I am on ground, point niner. Okay. Good afternoon, Portland ground, United 1309, Concourse Echo, Gate 3, current with Tango, ready to push and start on the Kilo.
Yeah, 1399 Portland ground, push Kilo approved.
Push on the Kilo approved, United 1399.
Starting pushback, go ahead, start the engines.
Engine start procedure.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard. Please make sure that your seat backs and trays are in their full upright position. Also ensure
Have we missed before start checklist?
as well any electronic equipment must be turned off. Thanks and have a great flight.
Starting engine 2.
Did I forget? Maybe I forgot the before start checklist. I thought I did it. Gonna have to wake up the pushback guy. Yeah, I know. True story. Can't have a security breach.
Starting engine 1.
Operation complete, set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow, stand by.
Engine start procedure completed. After start procedure. APU off. Trim down.
Number 2, Romeo, contact Olympia Tower 124.4. Over to Tower
After
2,
start
Tow is
procedure
disconnected,
completed.
bypass pin's been removed. Hand signal on the left, she's all yours, Captain.
I am ready for after start checklist.
Olympia Tower, Cherokee 742 at Romeo, inbound ILS 17 approach.
After start checklist. Anti-ice.
Number 7428 Romeo, Olympia Tower.
Pitch
Wind
trim.
170 at 7, runway 17, clear line.
Clear to land, runway
Rudder
17,
trim.
and be advised we'll be parking transient after landing to Romeo.
After start checklist completed. Ready for flight control check. Flight control check. Move side stick. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Rudder now. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Flight control check completed. Taxi procedure. Taxi procedure completed.
Alright, I think I'm ready. Taxi lights, spoilers. Portland ground, United 1399 on Kilo with Tango, ready to taxi.
United 1399, Portland ground, uniforms up now, altimeter 3003. Would you like to stay with runway 28 right?
Kilo, it had switched to 10 left. That's what I have programmed. United 1399.
Sounds good. United 1399, runway 10 left at Echo, taxi via Kilo and Echo.
Thank you. 10 left at Echo via Kilo and Echo, United 1399.
Ready for your taxi checklist. Taxi checklist. Flight controls. Checked. Flap setting. Config 1. Radar and predictive wind shear system. On. Auto. Engine mode selector. Echem memo. Takeoff no blue. Taxi checklist completed. Ready for before takeoff procedure. Before takeoff procedure. TARA. Before takeoff procedure completed. Ready for line-up checklist.
Alright, we'll switch to tower. Departures 124.35.
Line-up checklist. Takeoff runway. Confirm. TCOP. TARA set. PAX. PAX is on. Please check. Line-up checklist completed. I am ready for your takeoff.
Portland Tower, United 13.9, hold short 10 left at Echo.
United 13.99, Portland Tower, wind 180 at 9er, runway 10 left at Echo, clear for takeoff.
10 left at Echo, clear for takeoff, United 13.99. Rotate at 150. Engine's 50%. Alright. Flex 58, SRS active, airspeed's alive. We'll do a 100 knot cross check with our co-pilot.
Over to ground, turret Romeo, thanks for your help. Good day.
100 knots.
Check.
V1. Rotate. Positive climb. Check thrust levers at climb position.
The flaps will retract automatically on their own soon.
Speed checked. Flaps 0.
It's like noise canceling headset.
1399, contact departure.
Over to departure, United 13 and 19. 2435. Portland departure, United 13 and 9, Leva 6, leaving 3,300 for 7,000.
At 1399, Portland departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000.
Climb maintain 15,000, United 1399. 15,000, altitude, open climb, and we're on our way. On our way. Don't need that. There's really no rain to worry about, so well, looks like she turned on the weather anyway, so I guess we will know if there's rain. Hey, MJ, sorry buddy, at the takeoff phase I don't usually look at chat too much to concentrate on. And let me see what you wrote here. I test flew the Toliss A321 and flight factor 75767 in X-Plane 12 seems fine. Going to test A350 next. Yeah, I own every single one of those except for the 57. I have all the others on. But still a huge downside for me about V12. No historic weather, sadly. Hell, even the weather that is supposed to be current is not always accurate. My experience with it is it's about 2 hours behind for some reason. Sometimes it's right on, but you know, the lighting is kind of weird with that. Also, like the night lighting and everything is kind of like overexposed in my opinion. So I do own X-Plane 12 and I know these airplanes work in X-Plane 12. And I paid the upgrade fee for this one. But until the actual sim allows more of my add-ons to work, I'm probably not going to use it that often. I'm kind of waiting to see what the next up.
1399, contact Seattle Center 121.4.
Seattle Center 121.4, United 13. She should turn off the lights here. Seattle Center, United 13.9, leaving 10,000, climbing 15,000.
Flight level 100 procedure.
United 1399, Seattle Center, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Climb maintain flight level 270, United
Flight
13.
level 100 procedure completed.
Let's make sure we can climb above this crap. Do you have the co-pilot, MJ? I love this plane. I strictly use the co-pilot only in this plane because most of the time I like to do everything myself, but it's kind of a fun gimmick. And I just updated everything, so this is actually the first time I've actually done a recording or a stream of this airplane after the major update that it had. But I'm really enjoying it. I've flown it probably about 4 times since I've updated it. Let me see, no problem for you, probably because I assume you fly in real weather mostly. Correct. Yeah, so I have 3 weather programs that I use. I have SkyMax Pro, so I have you can set your like the type of clouds that you want. So it has that capability, and the main thing that I wish X-Plane 12 would allow is an injector, because right now they don't. So I use FS Global Real Weather as my weather injector, combined with real world weather. What this does, it takes the weather from FS Global Real Weather, and it tells the SkyMax Pro where to put the clouds. And then of course FS Global Real Weather downloads all the correct METAR weather, so everything looks like it's supposed to. X-Plane 12, not so much. And that to me is one of the biggest immersion things that I require for a flight sim. The weather has got to be accurate. It's got to look accurate. Like my weather injector is about 20 minutes behind real world weather. So what I'll do is, like, when we get to our cruise, I'll get the D8 for Spokane, and that I am pretty sure will be our weather that we deal with when we get to Spokane, because like I said, it's about 20-minute delay, but X-Plane 12 is like a 2-hour delay. So I can't do that one, especially if you fly online. If I didn't fly online, it wouldn't be a big issue. But because I fly online and I want to use PoutEdge's ATIS system, you know, they're pulling weather from real world, like current weather. So that's a huge thing for me. So once X-Plane 12 fixes that, then I will be flying X-Plane 12 a lot more. That's really my biggest complaint, if not only complaint, other than a little issue with the lighting, but that's okay. Cabin pressure is climbing.
18,000 feet.
Transition altitude. Already set. Passing flight level 18,266 now.
Forgot to test the Copilot add-on though. Yeah, so you need to download the current version of the Copilot. Let me see if I can get you a link, like an easy way. Well, actually, only thing you do is you can get all the links. You just go here, click this, and then update. Hit check for update, and it'll bring you right to their website. But actually, I don't want to do it because I don't want to mess anything up. But I'll find you a link here and paste it in here. You heard that, Austin? You? Yeah. See what it shows here. So top of climb is 1952. Top of descent 2005. So we got ourselves a good 10-15 minute cruise here. That's all right. I wanted to get above the weather, and that is what we are doing. I'm off the chart. Off the chart. Spokane. Elevation 2383. 2380 for auto elevation, so that is good. Zoomer and approach. Alright, we're not going to use the ILS more than likely. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping I can stick with this one. I want to check the RNAV RMP-RA capabilities of this. So I have to go into program when we get to that point and put in 0.11. Which might. What did it say? 0.11. We'll check it out when we get closer. Bought it but haven't used it for years. Maybe time to give it a try. Yeah, because he updated it to where it's all these new procedures and they flow like a lot of it is more automated than it used to be, which is actually pretty helpful. So if you need a good co-pilot system, like this is pretty darn good. The only problem that I had with it was after landing it goes through a cleanup, like an after landing procedure, which after landing it will do that automatically on touchdown when like the wheels hit the ground and at a certain speed, I guess. And the problem is she had turned the
1399 contact Seattle Center 125.1.
Seattle Center 125.1 United 1399 25.1.
1,000 to go.
251. Seattle Center United 1399 flight level 260 climbing 270.
Okay, 1399 Seattle Center, roger.
So what she would do is, as part of that landing checklist, she would turn the transponder to standby. And the problem was when I did that, I landed on Seattle 16 center, and I took a high-speed exit, which intersects with 16 left. So I was actually holding short an active runway that I needed to cross, and I was still with tower, and she had turned the transponder to standby, so she effectively turned off the transponder while I needed to cross an active runway. So I'll give credit where credit's due. The developer for the co-pilot was Johnny on the spot. I sent him a ticket. Within 24 hours, he sent me a new file that changed the procedure. So if you need that file, let me know. It's just a text file. I can, send it to you through Discord or something. But I'm hoping he'll just include it in his next update. But so now when we land, it stays where it's supposed to. And that's really the only problem I ran into with it. Everything else is pretty good. I'm still learning the flow of it, but I like it. Getting over to the org store now. Yeah, just make sure you download the current one, which I guess the store would have the current one. And see if I can find you a link. My laptop here. Which one was it? I'm gonna have to find it on my Dropbox, I guess. See. Do I have it?
13 at 99 cross Zoomer at 13,000 Spokane altimeter 29903.
Cross Zoomer at 13,000 29903 United 1399. Where is it? Give me a minute. Because there was a link I had to go to get the right download. Anyways, seat belts are off. Let's get our weather while I'm trying to get this link to load. So we're going to do a menu, Atsu, menu, weather, METAR, messages, Spokane. All right, so we need to put in 2993, which is what he said. Temperature is 2. It's cold out there. 220 at 6. And otherwise, everything is A-OK. And TCAS is below. All that's good. Turn the cockpit temperature down a little bit. And we'll get the wind data a little bit. Top of descent 20:05. So we got about 7 more minutes. All right, cool. Let me get back to this real fast. I just did this the other day and I have like a ton of notes for X-Plane, so it's like hard to find sometimes. All right, full listing here. Let me make sure this is the right website before. Yep, that's the right website. So now I'll put this here. All right, there's the link. There's the link. So you can just search for it there, and that way you'll get the latest and greatest. And I usually don't turn the transponder off until I get to the gate ramp. Yes, correct. Yeah, and that's why I emailed the ticket to the JAR design guy, because you can't turn it in standby until you're actually off of an active movement area. Non-movement areas you can have them on standby, but any paved area at certain airports like San Francisco, you have to be in mode C at San Francisco. It says it right there on all the charts, and ATIS usually will say it too. So yeah, there's some airports that you have to be squawking altitude mode Charlie. So that's kind of important, because if it turns it off as soon as you exit the runway, then you're in violation of a lot of the stuff. So that has been fixed. And again, if you need the file, let me know and I can get it to you. So that way you don't have to worry about it. The only other thing is the the approach checklist sets the altimeter for standard. So you need to do your approach checklist before you pass through transition altitude. For us, it's 180. But I guess he has it set for 2992 because most of the world, except for the United States, the transition altitudes are like 5,000 or 7,000. So makes sense. See how this RMP 0.11 works when we get there. Missed approach, climb to 5,000, 212 to Uhuru on 252 to Gangs. So missed approach procedure is basically straight out to 5,000 feet. And then we got 11,000 foot of runway, so we'll probably exit here at Charlie, park here at the turn. ATIS 124.32. 325. Wait till we get a little bit closer. Zoomer 13,000, so that's checked. And if we need to do a ILS, we'll get that in the standby. May I can look into the config file to edit, not encrypted, I hope. Thanks. No, I don't think it's encrypted. I don't know. I'll look at the file. I don't like messing with files that are being used currently, obviously, but after I close the sim, I'll see if there's... I don't even know where to begin to look, honestly. But it was just a text file, so I can't imagine it would be encrypted, but that's actually a valid point, so maybe I shouldn't send it to you. I don't know. He's pretty, like, Johnny on the spot, though, so you can always reach out to him and see what he says. Top of descent's right before Moses Lake, so we're going to go ahead and get our wind check here. So wind data, wind request, wind data uplink is good. So do second, Spokane, second, ILS 21 via Spokane, insert, and the D-ATIS at Spokane is, actually I just had it over here. So we can go to second perf. Where'd it go? There we go. Second perf. So 2993. Temperature 220 at 6. And it's a Cat 3, so that would be like 50 feet for decision height on that one. Seattle Center, United 13 and 9s, leaving 270.
Yeah, 1399, thanks.
Command, seatbelts on.
Seatbelts on.
Cruise. And we're catching up to our path. I was a little bit late on that switcheroo, but we're good. They need it, especially if they ground radar. Oh, that's why. Okay. May I can look at the config to edit. Maybe trauma from MSFS longitude. They are all text files. Oh, okay, cool. And Coast Pilot, and this time of the year in Spokane Valley, the fog layer is down to 50 feet. Yeah, that's my, let me see what it is now. Like if we need to switch to an ILS, we can. But it's still 800 AGL for a scattered, a broken layer. So I think we'll be okay with this RMP approach. So let's do the checklist for the approach. You'll see why. Line up approach checklist because it will set this to standard, and then we have to redo
Baro
the
reference.
See, it's
Your Baro settings is standard.
Yeah, I know.
Approach checklist is not completed.
Okay, so let's do.
120 Papa Foxtrot, Capital clearance. Cleared to Reading Airport via radar vectors, Red Bluff.
Approach checklist.
Maintain 2000, expect 6,000
Baro reference.
within 5 minutes. NorCal 127.4. Squawk 1.
See,
QNH 2992 set.
She'll set it for standard no matter what pressure altitude you're in.
Minimum 2596 set. Auto brake.
Medium set, low set.
Low not set. Please check. Engine mode selector.
Or normal. Yeah,
approach checklist completed.
Foxtrot, read back correct.
93.
Yeah, 1399, contact Spokane approach 123.75.
Spokane approach 123.75, United 1399. 123.
Transition level
75. I'm just gonna do D8s real fast to save time. November. Spokane approach, United 1399, Zoomer 1, leaving 16,800, cross Zoomer at 13,000, current with November, request RNAV Zulu, runway 21 from Zoomer.
Yeah, 1399, Spokane approach, after Zoomer, clear the RNAV Zulu, runway 21 approach.
After Zoomer, cleared RNAV Zulu, runway 21 approach, United 1399. Alright, so now we can take the MCP down to our final approach fix of WAVIX 3400 FAP, final approach 34. And the other thing is you got to do your own landing lights. Not sure how to fix that. See if she does it this time. I also have the BSS sounds, which are pretty cool with this. Alright, we're going to be landing runway A321. Roger. Crossing Zoomer at 13, and we'll continue on our way. Wow, even the co-pilot shows up in the shadow. That's cool. Didn't notice that before. That's pretty nifty. We'll get a slowdown here in a moment. Check my perf page with my weather injector, see if it's updated yet. 90, 29, oh wait. Spokane, weather, 93, 226. So that's why I grab the weather when I do, because that way it's all good to go by the time we get there. So far so good. So we're going to go over the slowdown thing. Now I'm curious at 10,000 feet, we'll see if she turns on the landing lights. I think that might be bugged. We'll find out. Tower 18.3. Whoops. .11. I'll do that once we go through this 10,000 foot thing. Not hallucinating, confirmed. Yeah. We had proof. I'll have her arm the speed brakes once we don't need them. Once I'm sure we don't need them. It's estimated 0.04, so actually, I think it's okay. Oh, she did it. Okay.
Flight level 100 procedure. Flight level 100 procedure completed.
Number 120 Papa Foxtrot, Capital Ground.
So I guess I don't need to do anything here. I'm not sure about that point whatever, 0.3, but it says estimated, so I guess I'll just leave it the way it is.
My departure instructions don't state your craft type over there. Stand by 1 moment.
Approach phase activated.
Brazil Papa Foxtrot will go with it anyway. Runway 35 right, taxi via Delta.
Runway 35 right, taxi via Delta 120 Papa Foxtrot, thanks.
Speed is not okay for this flaps position.
It's not letting me slow down because of that for some reason. What if I do it manually? I could force to flat, but I'm trying not to. Airbus is pretty smart. Yeah, it's not going to let me.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Okay, there we go.
Walker 390 Oakland Center, hello. Of course, no problem.
Speed checked. Flaps 2. Ground spoilers arm.
Want my weather to look accurate. So whenever you get close, you got to do that sometimes. Because I should break out at 800 AGL, which would be somewhere in the neighborhood of, let me see, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it'd be like 3,000 feet we should break out. 3,000 MSL.
Speed checked. Flaps 3.
I know there's mountains. Alright, MJ says 0.04 is enough for almost every RNAV, I think. Yeah, I agree. I just remember them saying if you enter 0.3 or something like that, that, you know what, let me just take a screenshot of this and I'll post it in their forums on the org, because I'm not sure where I'm supposed to, like it says 0.5 required, like, but it doesn't match the chart on the 0.11, like, how does that work, you know? I don't know. That's the only thing I'm not sure about, is that RA, it's like an RMP-RA approach or something like that.
Contact Spokane Tower 118.3.
Spokane Tower 118.3, United 1399. Tower. Spokane Tower, United 1309, established on the RNAV, runway 21 approach.
United 1399, Spokane Tower, wind 210 at 6, runway 21, clear to land.
Runway 21, clear to land, United 1399.
2500.
Speed checked. Flaps full. Thousand to go.
Alright, our minimums is, not minimums, missed is 5,000, so we'll reset that after our final approach fix.
Capital Tower, Cessna 120, Papa Foxtrot is ready.
And ground is 0.9er.
November 120, Papa Foxtrot, Capital Tower, fly heading 300, runway 35 right, cleared for takeoff.
Ready for landing checklist.
Fly heading 300, clear for takeoff, runway 35 right, Cessna 120.
Landing checklist. EChem memo. Landing no blue. Checklist completed.
Alright, if we needed to go missed, it would be full throttle, flaps 3, gear up. And then we would clean up as we climb. And once we're through this final approach fix, we'll reset MCP for missed, which is 5,000. This is not a precision approach, it's not like an ILS, so it's not always going to be perfectly lined up, but it's close enough. Autopilot off, flanger in. Wind 2220 at 6.
500. 400. 300.
100 above.
200.
Minimum.
Minimum.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Ground spoilers. Reverse green. Dissolve. Ready for after landing procedure.
Climb and maintain 4,000, Cessna 120, Foxtrot.
After landing procedure.
See, this is the part that she used to screw up the transponder, but she'll leave it alone now. Spokane Tower, United 1399, anywhere at the terminal.
1399, right turn Alpha to parking and monitor ground point 9er.
APU start.
Right turn Alpha to parking, monitor ground point
Brake
9er, United
temperature is
1399. We'll see you.
After landing procedure completed.
Monitor.
Ready for after landing checklist.
Ground.
After landing checklist. Radar and predictive wind shear system. Off. After landing checklist completed.
So yeah, it works pretty good. Works pretty good. And I forgot what we were talking about when you said, oh, you meant the required part. I was focused on reception. So what was the required part? You're talking about the RMP, like the predictive, not predictive, but the, well, it looks like it's erased now, but I took a screenshot of it. So I know, like it says here, point RMP 0.11. So that's the part, like in their forums, the Toliss forums, it says if you manually type in 0.3 or better, it will automatically switch to a RMP RA type approach. And honestly, I don't know what that means, other than it's supposed to be like a more precise, like a more precision type approach for RMP.
Red left BOR, climb and maintain 6,000.
But it looks like it was doing it like automatically. So, I mean, I've never had a problem with not touching that before. I've never touched it, so I'm just curious what it is supposed to go there. If I am supposed to change it, or if it looks like it's done automatically.
Ready for parking procedure. Parking procedure. Parking procedure completed. Ready for parking checklist. Parking checklist. Parking brake or chocks. Engines. Seat belts. Fuel pumps.
See, it flows just so much better.
Parking checklist completed. Ready for securing the aircraft procedure.
It's a lot better with this
Securing the
version.
aircraft procedure.
I have no answer to about that. Yeah, I've never even thought about that before until I saw it in the forums about the RA. So
Exterior
I took a
lights
screenshot of it, so you'll be able to, you'll know me in the forums if you look at the org forums on Chase I'm either Chase 13. I don't know what the hell am I. It's Chase something.
Window heat off.
So yeah, I'll make a post in there because I'm kind of curious what to punch in there if I need to do anything at all. It looked like it was kind of automatic. For all I know, the co-pilot could have said it. I doubt it, but that'd be kind of funny. So I know on securing, I think she turns the transponder off. Yeah, it's on right now. At least it's in, I think it's on the on position, so she'll kill the transponder too. There she goes. Transponder off.
APU master switch off. Battery 1 and 2 off. Will dim display brightness.
Doesn't really matter now, does it?
Securing the aircraft procedure completed. Ready for securing the aircraft checklist. Securing the aircraft checklist. Oxygen off. Emergency exit lights off. Batteries
disconnected.
Off.
Linda,
Securing
you
the
passed.
aircraft checklist completed. If we are still
Linda's
flying
check
today,
ride.
click Start New Flight.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You could start a new flight and start over. Or I guess you could just skip the parts. I don't usually do 2 back-to-back flights, so I'm sure there's like, I'm sure you don't have to do the shutdown part. You could probably just do a start new flight like after the parking checklist. So let's shut down our A cars. Let's see what we got here. 236 feet per minute. I'll take that. We'll hit file. PIREP has been filed, so that will reset. Now let's do a replay. See how it looked on the replay. Sometimes a replay messes with the co-pilot, but it's an external, so I don't think we'll hear it. Always make sure we're offline, which I am. OCD, I always have to check.
Please prepare FMGS.
Yeah, disconnect that first. Okay, pause, replay.
Approach phase activated.
Got a little bit of graphic clutter on there, but it's not too bad. Might be because of the tower view. I do like how they add the smoke effect with the wheels touching. That's pretty cool.
Ground spoilers. Reverse green. 70 knots.
Oh, you can see the co-pilot. She was moving. I swear she was moving in there. I never knew you could see it from the. It is moving. That is so cool. I never noticed that before. Wow. With some add-ons, 11 wasn't so bad. Yeah, 11's like, it's so stable. I've been avoiding Traffic Global because I've had some issues with that program with X-Plane 11. I've been getting crashed at desktops, so I haven't been using it as much. And I really don't get a whole lot of benefit out of it, honestly. I mean, that's a great program if you fly offline, but I fly online on like 99.9% of my flights are always on either Pilot Edge or VATSIM when there's an event or something. So yeah. All right, guys. Good times, good times. Thanks for hanging out with me. And the next time I do a stream will likely be with the Rotate MD-11. I haven't done a single flight with it yet. I'm going to try to do my first flight with it tonight. Of course, that flight will be that 0.1% of the time I don't fly online, because the very first flight I do with a new airplane that I know nothing about, I don't fly it online because I'll screw something up. So I'll probably do, usually when I fly new planes, I usually fly in the Caribbean. So I'll probably do my Caribbean flight with the MD-11, and that way I have some scenic views and I'll learn the plane, and then hopefully within next 2 weeks I'll do a stream on that. So yeah, guys, appreciate it. You have the MD-80? Yeah, the MD-80 was the only reason I didn't get that because I was waiting for the MD-11. I like the glass cockpit it has and the 3 engines. Be my first 3-engine airplane. That and whenever the Falcon 8X gets released for X-Plane 12, that would be a 3-engine one too. But yeah, cool. Guys, enjoy the rest of your week, and we shall catch you next time. Don't forget to check out my YouTube. I'll be uploading this as well as most of my recordings are YouTube. I do recordings. I cut out all the boring stuff like the cruise, staring at sky. So my YouTube has a lot more action than my Twitch does. So my YouTube is linked in my Twitch channel below. So y'all take care. See you next time. Chase out.
10,325 to join Frontier 991. Southwest 2274. Now on 2000, United 2476.
United 1826, maintain 250 knots.
We'll stay at 250 knots, United 1826.
Frontier 991, reduce speed to 210.
Meridian.
Reduce speed to 210.
In 14,000.
Southern 10 maintain 14,000, United 716.
United 639, over departure to contact line, maintain flight level 230.
Frontier 991.
Denver, good morning, 2285, 14-3, descending via the bump, 3-4 right, we got Alpha.
United 2285, 10 degrees to the left, vector final, just maintain 13,000, 13,000.
10 left, down to 13,000, 2285.
United 2476, just maintain 10,000.
Thunder 10, United 2476.
United 1826, just maintain 12,000.
12,000 at 1826.
United 2476, turn left heading 020, intercept the localizer.
020 for the localizer, United 2476.
67.
Southwest 993, maintain 14,000.
655, proceed direct eye, Mommy.
Freak for United 286.
United 286, 124.3.
Got it, thank you.
1767, descend and maintain 11,000.
It's 1767.
Southwest 4, Denver approach, runway 35, right?
35 right.
JetBlue 393, descend and maintain 9,000.
9,000, JetBlue 393.
60, descend and maintain 13,000.
Southwest 993.
And I'll have direct dog for you here in a minute to resume.
Okie dokie.
Mommy, cross eye, Mommy, at or below 8,000, cleared on runway 33 approach.
Descend and maintain 12,000.
Down to 12,000 at 2285.
30, United 1767.
Southwest 993, how was your ride on the way in?
It wasn't bad at all, it's smooth.
Thank you.
81, contact approach 123.85, good day.
385, Southwest 1381. Southwest 2274, good day.
Drone off into record.
Dog, Southwest 993. You want to stay at 13 or any other arrival?
Just stay at 13 for now. I'm going to make sure you're in behind.
Okay.
United 716.
Localize.
020, heading intercept to 34 right, localizer, United 1826.
1767, turn right heading 170.
385, United 2408, so.
Final, just going to maintain 13,000.